Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with the love reading. I'm going to pull from a new deck that I received from a really good friend of mine. It's called the Love Deck. Very plain and simple, Love Deck. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the Love Deck has to say. Well, that one just came out into my hand. Love spells. Okay, this one says, encourage reconciliation. If you are having trouble with your significant other or have just gotten into a fight and want to make up, this spell can help. Carve both of your names and birth dates into the side of a light pink candle. Find 2 rings, they can both be yours, and tie them together with a pink ribbon. Place the rings next to the candle, then light the candle. As you watch the flame flicker, meditate on what you can do to mend the situation. Visualize sending your partner love. Feel your heart soften. Let this energy guide your reconciliation. Okay, so little heads up when it comes to love spells, okay? I do not believe in trying to get your ex back, okay? If it was some type of like, a misunderstanding or whatever, my idea of doing spells is by letting go. Anything that is meant for you will never pass you by. If you want to put out that you would like to have like better communication with this individual, that you would like to reconcile so that maybe the two of you guys can sit down and talk, just don't try to get somebody to fall in love with you. And maybe that's what the whole meaning of this message is. Maybe for some of you, you have been doing some type of spell work. It will backfire on you, okay? Comes back at you 10 times. It's like tenfold, all right? So keep that in mind. So being mindful of, how you reconcile. And then we have, what do we have here? We've got celestial love. So we have Pluto. In astrology, Pluto is the most passionate planet. Its hot and cold nature turns up the passion and desire in a relationship, and it can add intensity to romance, which can keep things extra fresh. Pluto can also help you be open to transforming the way you treat yourself and the people that you care about as your needs and wants evolve through time. If you resist this evolution, then you won't be able to grow into the type of relationship you want or receive the love that your soul yearns for. So you're going to have to, we all want to resist evolution. It's uncomfortable, right? Because we're like, oh, but we don't want to let this person go, or, oh, we don't want to, do this certain thing. Well, Pluto comes in and is like death, decay, and destruction. So with the Pluto and the reconciliation here, there was some type of an ending. And I feel like someone here would like to have some type of a reconciliation with you. I don't necessarily say doing it through spell work, okay? Again, be mindful of the type of spell work that you're doing. That's all I have to say. Everybody to each his own. Embrace adventure, injecting adventure into your love life. Whether you're dating or in a long-term romance, it is a great way to keep things interesting. Putting yourself in new, exciting situations with a partner provides beautiful opportunities to really get to know someone. When is the last time you did something adventurous with someone that you care about? In your journal, make a list of 10 ways you can bring more adventure and spontaneity into your love life. What are you waiting for? So for some of you, it's like, maybe that's the thing is, a lot of the times we tend to plateau in our relationships and they die. Okay, that's what Pluto represents, death, decay, and destruction. It's, again, where have we been giving away our power? And Pluto comes in and is like, nah. Pluto is also changing signs on January 20th, 2020. And I think that, personally, when the sun and Pluto conjunct in Aquarius on the 20th, I feel like this is where everybody's new start begins. We'll be out of the Mercury, all planets will be direct at that point in time. It's not a coincidence that all of a sudden all planets go direct, and then all of a sudden Pluto, which has been sitting in Capricorn since 2008, is now switching signs, and it's almost like you're being in a holding pattern, because get ready for the sense of adventure that's going to be coming towards you. This is going to be a new adventure. And even if it's while you're reconciling with someone from the past, it still has to be a sense of new adventure. It cannot be, it can't be the same thing. Carnelian agate is what we have at the bottom of the deck. So this stone will help you take your sex life to the next level. Call on carnelian agate to clear any hangups you might have around love, sex, or intimacy. This crystal promotes vitality and courage and increases trust and open communication within relationships. To tap into the carnelian agate's stimulating and positive energy, place this on the sacral chakra, which is right below the belly button, for those of you who don't know, which is located under the belly button, and then it says that, and lay down on your back. It will restore and detox the energy in this powerful region of the body. So this is about, needing to clear out. Maybe it's, listen, Pluto is also the representation of sex. And when we have the carnelian agate with right over the top of Pluto, this tells me that for a lot of you, you only reconcile and encourage reconciliation because of the intimacy in the relationships. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not your driving force. You can call it whatever you will, but 9 times out of 10, it's the sexual aspect that keeps the relationship going, regardless of how toxic a relationship can can get. Okay? And so really it's, and then again, like I talked about with Pluto, where is it that you give away your power? For a lot of you, you'll give away your sexual energy to keep someone around. And you'll think that, okay, well, that'll be the thing that keeps this person, under the same roof as me, or, as if I can satisfy them, right? Well, guess what? That's not going to work in this new phase. And that's why it's asking you to embrace new adventures. It talks about, it needs to be about new opportunities. It needs to be about, going out, doing new things. Listen, that sexual energy, that can be used anywhere, okay? That's not going to keep someone there. That's just going to tell them that they can get away with anything, and you're not going to do anything about it, and you're going to beg them back, and you're going to use your sexuality to make that happen. Okay. If that's what you want, you can just click off right now. Or if you want to do something else and embrace this new adventure, you can keep listening. Because you're not going to hear the rest of the message if that's how you continue to move in your relationships. That's why the carnelian agate is so important, that we're cleaning that yoni. We're doing womb clearings and, yoni clearings and, like cleansing that feminine energy. Because otherwise, what happens when we go from relationship to relationship to relationship, we just keep manifesting the same situation, just different player in the game. Make sense? Because you haven't changed anything. And so you basically, it's just, you're from one player to the next player to the next player to the next player. And it's like recognizing to use your sexual energy for the things that matter, for the people that matter. I think that we need to have a sense of adventure when it comes to the types of people that we always manifest, right? So in order to do that, you kind of got to clear your energy. That's what Pluto comes in and does. Pluto comes in and just destroys everything in its wake. And it's like, okay, because it's going to, if this person has secrets that's in your life, it's going to come and dig up those secrets. And it's going to be like, are you okay with that? Like, are you sure? Are you over that ex? Because Pluto is also the type of planet that comes in every time it goes retrograde, right? It goes into the underworld. And it's like when Pluto's direct, you can pretend that you're over this ex, but then Pluto goes retrograde and all of a sudden, like doppelgangers, it's kind of like a Mercury retrograde, but it brings in like cars that look like the ex. It brings in like a football team that the ex liked, or, you know, a certain, like, again, a look-alike, or a song that the two of you guys used to listen to. And it's like you rubberneck, or every sphincter in your body goes, right? And all of a sudden, and Pluto's like, oh, that's not healed. That's not healed either. Okay, so those are going to be areas that we're going to work on. Those are going to be the areas that we work on. And you're going to have to like let this, you know, we're going to have to reconcile the past, basically. For a lot of you, you're going to have to reconcile the past. For some of you, that may even mean that you have to go back to the past in order for you to move forward. For some of you, this is even about, you know, being adventurous and maybe deciding that, you know what, I actually want to kind of maybe try the other side. Maybe it's time for you to come out of the closet. Maybe it's time for you to be open to possibilities, you know, and no judgment. You do you, boo, whatever it is that you are, you know, shooting for. But, you know, don't close off, you know, new ideas. You could literally meet your life partner that way. You know, it really depends on who I'm talking to. That's a sensitive subject, even for myself. So, let's keep going. Spirit. Yeah. So this is about, you know, reconciling the past, letting the past go, letting, you know, past relationships die, whatever it is that you've been holding on to in these past relationships. And if you're open, yeah, look at this. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's why Pluto has to come in, you know, and it's like we want to go back to the past, but Pluto comes back in and goes, okay, have you really healed this? Because there is someone out there for you. We want to put you together, but we don't want you to have the same triggers if the ex comes back and then you're questioning, well, should I, shouldn't I? It's like you already know the fucking answer, right? So again, that sits underneath the encouraging reconciliation. You know, Pluto here is about getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves, your bond deepens. This is asking, and I feel like 2024 is going to be about us really showing up as our true, authentic selves. This is, you know, because listen, if we show up as something that we're not going to be able to maintain the frequency. So if you cuss and you come in and you try to, you know, act like a little church mouse and, you know, you're real sweet and everything, and really you cuss like a fucking sailor, start it at the beginning. Just cuss. If this person can't handle it, they don't need to be there. The moment that you start taking away from who you are, the less authentic that you are. Be who you are. And that's what Pluto is like, because if this getting to know each other sits underneath Pluto. And remember what I said about Pluto. Pluto will come in and dig up your deepest, darkest secrets. So don't be trying to hide shit from your partnership either. Don't come into this new relationship. Maybe that's how it's always been in old relationships, where you've come in and you have, always pretended to be something that you're not. And then it ended up ending. And then you're sitting here going, well, what the fuck? Well, because when you started becoming the person that you really were, that wasn't the person that they expected you to be. Last card out, sitting right underneath embrace adventure, we have, look at this, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I feel like there's going to be someone new, someone who also could be in a very powerful position. This is somebody who could be, because it is sitting underneath Pluto, so this person could be, you know, I almost feel like you're not even going to, when you meet this new person, and it could be an old person showing up in a new way. Okay, that is very much a possibility. And they know that if it was a intimate relationship before, they know that they are going to have to come back. If they have any power in this situation, they're going to have to reintroduce themselves to you. So it's going to be different for the both, whoever this is. The overall energy talks about playfulness. And it says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think that you're going to have to go very light with this situation. I feel like it's almost like you're going to have to be easy on this person, okay? Be easy, because if this is someone from the past, this person was like, they just wanted to play, okay? And that's what got you to this place. And that's why you're like asking yourself, do I even really want to get to know this person? Or do I want to open myself up for new love? And I feel like you're going to want to give this other person an opportunity to redeem themselves. For some of you, you're going to say, abso-fucking-lutely not. Pluto, death, let's, end this. And like, bygones be bygones. I forgive you. I hope you forgive me. But let's not even encourage any more of a future between the two of us, okay? And for others of you, you are going to you're going to decide, like, I want a new adventure. I want someone new. I want somebody who has not had the opportunity to use my triggers against me. And instead of telling the universe what you don't want, start telling the universe what you want when it comes to this new love. You want somebody who is different than anything or anyone that has ever been before you in the past. And you're done playing around. You want someone where you can also let your hair down. You know when it's time to be serious, but you also know when it's time to play. Somebody who has that work life, personal life balance, work life, home life balance. Not somebody who's work, and always so like stuffy all the time and doesn't have time for anything, and it's like, these fucking millionaire women, like their husbands work 24/7 and they get paid, but that's usually where the cheating comes in. Is because, yeah, you're making money, but you're fucking the pool boy. You need somebody who has that work-life balance, or somebody who maybe, for us older, I don't mind if they're retired. I would actually, be okay with that, so we can fucking travel, because I can do my job anywhere, So it's like, telling the universe what you want, and not what you don't want. Like, I want somebody who has kids or has no kids, or somebody who has children that are much older and already they have their own families and that are open to their father being happy with someone new. We have to be very specific about the type of person that we are looking for. Do I want him to be 100 years old? Fuck no. I want to be able to spend some time and go on these retreats with somebody who still has time. I'm not looking for somebody who's, in their fucking, I'm not even going to say. Everybody has theirs. I just know my absolute no. I'm still young. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, but again, this is about a sense of new adventure, being open to experiencing something completely different. And the only way to do that is to completely clear your energy of everything that was in the past, that was toxic, that was just a learning lesson. And I feel like what I was talking about is January 20th, when the sun and Pluto make this transit, I feel like it's the end. And it's the beginning of this new story that we were born to live. We're done with the stories that we were born into. When it comes to relationships, we don't put up with things we don't want to anymore. We know how to learn to love people from afar. So, every one of us is going to be different. For some of you, you are going to entertain this reconciliation. And this person had better have literally done a complete 180, because any remnants of the past will get brought to the surface by Pluto. Okay? And and I feel like this person, if this is someone from the past, wants you to see them from a different perspective. They want you to see them not as the player, but as somebody who is more, someone who is more mature, okay? Not somebody who's just like the Casanova, the, being on the swing together and, but somebody who is much more mature, somebody who is much more wise. And so either, again, the other person, the reconciliation, or the new person is going to be somebody who is much more mature and equipped at handling your needs, your wants, your desires, and would be happy to do so. Even if you have children, they would be happy to be there for you and your kids, even if your kids are little shits. Look at the look on her face. Like, she's like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And the kid's like, fucking see you. What do you want? So, you guys, I like these messages. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more. Spirit, please show me any other messages. I liked this reading. I love these cards. Thank you, Shelly. Everybody say thank you to Shelly if you got this far. Please like this video. Yeah, this is a badass. Oh, here we go. Look at this, you guys. And it talks about that here, getting to know each other. And then it says what? Friendship. It says nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So anybody who you come into, again, whether old or new, there needs to be a friendship here. They're absolutely, a getting together, taking this person, around your friends, seeing if they are even willing to go out and hang out with the crew. How do they fit in? How does everybody like them? Are they, do they know how to, have both sides of the, know when to be serious, but also know when it's time to lighten up and let their hair down. And I feel like, do they make you feel comfortable and at ease in the relationship? And so I feel like that is a really beautiful message. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. What do we got here? Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So don't try to rush anything. Don't try to push anything. Pluto is, again, listen, Pluto is he's going to be in Capricorn, or he's been in Capricorn from 2008 all the way up until 2024. From 2024, the final in Capricorn will be in November, because he's going to retrograde back in and back out one more time after this. And so after that, from November of 2024 to 2044, Pluto will be transiting through Aquarius. So this is going to be relationships that give you the freedom to go out and do the things you need to do. Now, as long as they are above board. Otherwise, people are just going to want the freedom to just do their own thing and not be in a relationship. I think with Pluto and Aquarius, you're going to see a lot of people who would rather just embrace a new adventure and go out and meet all kinds of people than settling down into one relationship. So you may see a lot more of that. You're going to see a lot more people are not wanting to have children, not wanting to procreate at all into this new world. So less and less people actually even getting married. But if that is a absolute, if that's a deal breaker for you, you continue to focus on what you want for your future, regardless of what is coming in. I think that January, we're all going to know how we truly feel. And I think things are going to get really exciting around that time. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so very much. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Again, like, share, and subscribe if you've gotten this far. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under the Footsteps to Peace. And just know I love you guys all so very much. And if you are interested in that personal reading, the footstepstopeace.com is my website. Love you guys, and we will chat again soon. Take care.